Friends, let us continue the topic evolution. So let us see the next one, evolution of life forms. Okay. So yesterday we have learnt about the theory of special creation. So proposed by Father Saurus, right? So in the theory of special creation is giving three important ideas. According to theory of special creation, there are three ideas. What are they? All the living organisms are created as such. That means whatever the living organisms today we are seeing, in the same manner, the living organisms are created by the God. Second one, diversity of life is same in the past and will be same in the future. So diversity of life, that means the distribution of living organisms is same in the past and also it remains same in the future. Then according to the theory of special creation, the age of earth was 4,000 years only. Right. So the theory of special creation is having a lot of objections and many people objected it. In that, one of the most famous person is Charles Darwin. So let us see about the Charles Darwin. So Charles Darwin is considered as the father of evolution. Then Darwin traveled in a ship called as HMS Beagle. So Darwin went on voyage for 5 years, and Darwin was an English naturalist. Okay, and the theory, that means on his voyage he observed the fauna and flora. Okay, by observing the fauna and flora, he proposed a theory called as theory of natural selection. So according to Darwin, existing life forms shows similarities among themselves, but also with the life forms existed million years ago. Okay, so existing life forms are having similarities among themselves. So similarities in the systems. Okay, then they're also showing similarities with their ancestors also, or similarities with the life forms which existed million years ago. So many of such life forms are extinct, have become extinct. Today they are not at all surviving, but the similarities of existing life forms are showing, or the existing life forms are having similarities with the organisms that were extinct also. Then there had been extinction of different life forms. Okay, whenever the different life forms are extinct, are becoming extinct, new life forms are arising at different periods of history of earth. Okay, so if the organisms are becoming extinct, then new organisms are evolving, right? So gradual evolution of life forms occurs. That means the living organisms have been evolved gradually, but not of a sudden. So any population has built-in variation in characters. Okay, if we see a population, there are different types of population. So in different types of population, each and every population having a particular pattern of characters. So all these characters enable the population to survive better in the natural conditions. So the living organisms, the characters present in the living organisms are enabling them to survive in different environmental conditions or different natural conditions. So the conditions might be nature of food, climatic conditions, or physical factors like sunlight, rain, okay, then water also. Then if the organisms are surviving in the different climatic factors, then we call that the organism is fit. So this is called as fitness of an individual or fitness of a population. So according to Darwin, what is the meaning of fitness? According to Darwin, the term fitness means a reproductive fitness. So if the organisms are fit, then these organisms leave more progeny. That means the organisms are fit means they are reproductively fit. They reproduce and produce more progeny. If the more progeny is there, survival rate will be more. If the survival rate is more, then they are selected by the nature. So this is called as natural selection. Then if we see the existing life forms, all existing life forms shows similarities and common ancestors. So all existing life forms are showing similarities among themselves and are also showing common ancestors. So, common ancestors existed at different periods of Earth. Okay. Then we see the geological history of Earth. The geological history of Earth is closely related with biological history of Earth. So, geological history means the period of Earth, the age of Earth is divided into eras. Okay, so eras, epochs, and periods. Okay, different periods are there in the Earth. So, the geological history of Earth is closely related to the biological history of Earth. So, in which period, which organisms have been evolved. Okay. So, for example, if you take this one, according to the geological history of Earth, Earth was not 4,000 years old. Earth is very old, that is billions of old. Okay, the millions of years or billions of years. Okay, one more scientist is there. He is called as Alfred Russel Wallace. Alfred Russel Wallace is the co-author of a theory of natural selection. Actually, the theory of natural selection was proposed by Darwin, but he is also predicted the same. So we call him as a co-author of natural selection. So where the Alfred Russel Wallace have been worked? Alfred Russel Wallace worked in Malay Archipelago. What is the conclusion given by Wallace means the conclusion given by Wallace is similar to the conclusion given by Darwin. Okay, it is similar to the conclusion given by Darwin. Now let us see the evidences of evolution. So, are there any evidences? Means yes, there are many evidences to the evolution. First one, paleontological evidences. So, what is meant by paleontology? Paleontology means study of fossils. Okay, study of fossils. So, fossils will be in plants and also fossils will be in animals also. Study of plant fossils is called as paleobotany. So paleobotany means study of plant fossils, and study of animal fossils is called as paleozoology. Okay. Then who is the father of paleontology means? The father of paleontology was Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci. Then the founder of modern paleontology is George Cuvier. George Cuvier is the founder of modern paleontology. So you can see here the fossil record of dinosaurs. The next example is the fossil of dinosaurs. So fossils. What are fossils? Fossils means they are the remains of hard parts of life forms found in rocks. The remains of hard parts of life forms found in rocks are called as fossils. So generally we see the rocks. According to the geological history, the rocks are forming sediments. Okay, and these sediments are arranged one over another in the earth crust. Okay, the sediments, this is one sedimental layer. So above that there is another sedimental layer. Above that another sedimental layer is present. So according to the period, this will be the oldest sediment. So oldest one is the bottom one is the oldest, and this one is the youngest sediment. The upper layer is called as youngest sediment. Okay, so sediments are arranged one over another in the earth crust. Okay, so different age of rocks contain fossils of different life forms. Okay, how these fossils are formed, I'll explain. Generally different age of rocks means the age of rocks means there are having different periods are there, like pre-Cambrian period, Cambrian period. Okay, like that the periods are there. Okay, so depending upon the periods, different rocks have been different sediments have been formed. So fossil organism is died during formation of sediments. So if you see here, an organism is died, so it falls on one of the sediment layers. So this is an organism, the blue color one. On this sediment layer another sediment layer has been formed. On this sediment layer another sediment layer has been formed. So when the how you determine the age of this fossil means, if you know the age of this rock, we can know the age of that fossil. Okay, by knowing the age of rock, we can know the age of fossil. So formation of fossils are formed in sedimentary rocks. Okay, formation of fossil is called as fossilization. Okay, formation of fossils is called as what? Fossilization. Then remember one thing. If decomposition occurs, they do not form into fossils. That means decomposition does not favor fossilization. Very important thing. So decomposition is occurring, then there is no chance of fossilization. So decomposition is antagonistic to fossilization. So age of fossil is determined by age of rocks. And most of the fossils are formed in ocean sediments. Very important. Then determination of age of fossils is called as fossil dating. So fossil dating method is, you can see here, the one of the most famous fossil dating method, carbon dating method. Okay, carbon dating method is used to determine the age of fossils that are more than 45,000 years ago. The fossils that are formed around 45,000 years ago, we can identify their age by carbon dating method. So element used in carbon dating method is C14. So this is one of the important one. Then most advanced fossil dating is uh, resonance spinning method. So this is the most advanced fossil dating is a resonance spinning method. So types of fossils. If you see the types of fossils, the fossils are formed in the form of cast, molds, imprints, petrification, coprolites, whole body remains, and hard part remains. In that, I'll explain some of the important terms. One is the petrification. So what is meant by petrification means? Petrification means it is the replacement of organic matter by minerals. Okay. All the organic matter is completely filled up with the minerals. We call that one as petrification. Then coprolites. Coprolites means these are the fossilized fecal matter. The fossilized fecal matter is called as coprolite. So whole body remains can be seen in ice. So example is woolly mammoth. Woolly mammoth is the best example for the whole body remain. So let us go for the next one. Evidences from comparative anatomy and morphology. So comparative anatomy and morphology indicates similarities and differences between present and past organisms. Okay. So comparative anatomy and morphology indicating the similarities and differences between the present organisms and also past organisms. Then if we see the similarities indicate the common ancestry, because all the living organisms are having a single ancestor, or all the organisms have been evolved from a common ancestor. So let us see in that the first one is homologous organs. So organs that have same structure, origin, but perform different function are called as homologous organs. Okay, it explains common ancestry. It explains common ancestry. So what are the examples of homologous organs means? Four limbs of vertebrates. One example I have given as four limbs of vertebrates. You can take the mouth parts of insects also. Mouth parts of insects are also homologous organs. So what are the four limbs means? Hand of man, paw of cat, a flipper of whale, a wing of bat. Okay. So if we see the homologous organs, all the organs are having similar origin and similar internal structure. Similar internal structure. But their function is different. You can see the bat. In the bat, the four limbs of bat are used for flying. Flipper of whale is useful for swimming. And the paw of cat for walking. And hand of man, different function. We'll eat, we'll write, we'll perform different functions with the hand. So functions are different, but the origin is same, and all are having the similar structures and have same bones. Like see, the humerus is there. Okay, radius ulnar present. Radius ulnar present. Okay, carpals are present, metacarpals are present, and phalanges are also present in all. So these are called as homologous organs. These organs have, since these animals are having same structures, but they are developed along different directions due to adaptations to different needs. So this is called as divergent evolution. So homologous organs explain divergent evolution and homology explains common ancestry. For example, you take the plant examples. So thorn of bougainvillea and tendril of cucurbita. So thorn of bougainvillea and tendril of cucurbita are also homologous organs. So where these are arising? So if you see the thorns and tendrils, both are arising from the axial regions only, not from the terminal end. They are arising from the axial regions. So origin is same, but function is different. They are called as homologous organs. Now let us go for the next one, analogous organs. Organs that have same function, but their structure may be different. The organs which are having same function, but they are having different origin and different structure, then they are calling them as analogous organs. The analogous organs are anatomically not similar. Okay, they are not similar anatomically, they are not similar regarding their origin. Okay, but they are performing same function. Very important one. So analogy explains convergent evolution. Okay, analogy explains what? Convergent evolution. The different structures evolved for the same function are called as analogous organs. So different structures have been evolved to perform the same function, then we call analogous organs. The best example I am giving here: a wing of a bird, a wing of a bat, and a wing of a butterfly. So we see the wing of a bird, wing of a bat, and wing of the butterfly. They are having different origin, but they are performing the same function called as flying. All these are performing the same function called as flying. Then if we see the analogous structures, another example, shark, penguin, and dolphin. Okay, so in shark there is a fin, in penguin there is a wing, but in dolphin there is a flipper. Okay, dolphin there is a flipper. So these structures are helps in swimming. That means the origin is different, okay, and function is same, so they help in swimming, and anatomically they are different. So we see the anatomy of this wing of the bird, anatomy of the wing of bat, anatomy of the wing of bird is different, but they are performing the same function. So let us see some of the examples which are analogous organs. Eye of octopus and eye of vertebrate help in vision. Sweet potato is a root modification, potato is a stem modification, helps in storage. Sting of honeybee and sting of scorpion. Both their origin is different. Sting of honeybee is present in the 8th abdominal segment and sting of scorpion is present in the last caudal segment. So what is the function means? Both these are helping in the defense. Okay, now let us go for the next one, vestigial organs. What are vestigial organs? Organs which are reduced and non-functional but functional in their ancestors are called as vestigial organs. That means the organs are reduced in size or they are non-functional but they are well developed and functional in their ancestors are called as vestigial organs. Vestigial organs are the most convincing evidences for organic evolution. Very important point that most convincing evidences for organic evolution are vestigial organs. Let us see some of the animals and their vestigial organs. Python. Python is having hind limbs as the vestigial organs. That indicates that the snakes are having legs, but due to their burrowing habit, they lost their limbs. Next one, whales. In whales, the hind limbs and pelvic girdles are reduced. In kiwi, the wings are vestigial. In Proteus anguinus, it is a cave dwelling animal. Proteus anguinus is a cave dwelling animal, and here the eyes are vestigial. So as it lives in the caves are completely dark, so the eyes have become vestigial. And man. So man is having nearly 180 vestigial organs. In that, I am giving you some of them. Coccyx, that is the caudal vertebrae. Mammary glands in man. Okay. In man, mammary glands are non-functional, but in women, mammary glands are functional. Hair on the body and face are vestigial. Wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth means the last molar. And vermiform appendix. So near the cecum in the large intestine, you can see that one is also vestigial. So it is also called as abdominal tonsil, which is a lymphoid organ. Now it is vestigial. And plica semilunaris. Plica semilunaris is nothing but nictitating membrane, which is present in the corner of your eye. Okay, at the corner of your eye, we can see plica semilunaris. And auricular muscles. Auricular muscles means the muscles that move your ears. The muscles which are moving your ears are called as auricular muscles, and these auricular muscles are also vestigial. Like dogs and the cats, we don't raise our ears and we won't move our ears in the direction of sound, right? And also abdominal muscles are also vestigial. Then evidences from cell and molecular biology. So all living organisms are composed of cells. All eukaryotes are having the same organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, lysosome, etc. All are having the same cell organelles. All living organisms except prokaryotes are having the same genetic code. DNA of all organisms are made up of with same nucleotides. Biochemical molecules in all organisms are same, like enzymes and hormones. For example, you take the trypsin. Trypsin is present in the frog. Trypsin is present in the humans also. Thyroxine. Thyroxine is present in the frog, helps in metamorphosis of frog. That means when the thyroxine is present, the tadpole larva metamorphoses and develops into adult. If thyroid gland is removed from the tadpole larva, it does not undergo metamorphosis. Then if we inject the thyroxine of man, then the tadpole larva undergoes metamorphosis. That indicates that the enzymes, the hormones present in man are present in all the living organisms are same. Function of cell organelles are same. For example, you take the mitochondria. Mitochondria function is same. It is the powerhouse of the cell in all the living organisms. Okay. The function of endoplasmic reticulum or the function of ribosomes is same on in all the living organisms. Ribosomes helps in protein synthesis. So all the functions are same in all the living organisms. So this completes about the evidences. Still some one or two evidences are there. We'll continue that one in the next class. Have a nice day. Thank you.